Well, yeah, that June gloom about to kick in. We did see plenty of sunshine earlier today, and we're expecting to squeeze out a little more as the week progresses. But for now, looks like the cloud cover is making a return to the coast. And take a look, though, still pretty mild out there. It's still pretty nice, and you can gauge how nice it is outside, or at least this is my personal gauge, is how many people are out and about on the pier. And that's a pretty decent amount of people for a Tuesday night, so things looking pretty good outside right now. Radar, you'll see just a little bit of cloud cover making its way to the coast. Dry conditions here at home, and keeping it dry, just keeping it below average as we head into the next couple of days. That was certainly the case today. We got up to 74 degrees in downtown. Average is 78 degrees. Record temperatures 105, so didn't get anywhere close to that, but certainly got a little closer to average and getting a little cooler as we head into tomorrow. Over the next 24 hours, we're getting down to the 50s into the overnight hours. First thing in the morning, we're up into the 60s, and by the afternoon, we're up to about 71 degrees. So again, a few degrees below average. Partly cloudy conditions for the basin, but for the valleys, I will tell you, a little more sunshine. You're going to see that right here on Futurecast. It's set for 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We are expecting a cloudy start to the day. Once we head into about the 7 o'clock hour, 7:30 or so, we're starting to look at clearer conditions, but still dealing with a little bit of coastal cloud cover, making a push back into Southern California, into the overnight hours, into first thing Thursday morning. Coastal cloud cover for you, and then by the afternoon and evening hours, a little clearer, and then of course that same pattern, a little cloudier as we head into the overnight and into the morning hours on Friday. Expecting a little more sunshine by Friday afternoon, 8:30 a.m. though, still looking a little gloomy for you. So your 5-day forecast showing you that same trend for the beaches, partly cloudy all across the board, and no changes. Upper 60s pretty much all week long. Back to you.
All right.
Not bad. Yeah, not a lot of changes. Just a few changes on the horizon between today and the next couple of days. And you'll see that right here. We're getting a look at Mount Wilson. A little bit of low cloud cover starting to stream in along the coast. It's going to eventually span into the basin, even into the valleys. By tomorrow afternoon, though, still expecting a decent amount of sunshine. In just a moment, do want to show you temperatures right now. We're mainly into the 60s, 63 in downtown. Over to Santa Ana, 61, and Westminster, you're currently at 61 degrees. So earlier today, we got up to 74, average is 78. So we were a few degrees below average, and we're keeping things below average as we head into the next 24 hours and as we head into the next few days. You'll see temperatures dipping down to the 50s tonight for the basin. First thing in the morning, partly cloudy in 60s, and still keeping things partly cloudy to partly sunny by the afternoon, with temperatures topping out to the 70s. A little more sunshine for those inland spots, and Futurecast will show you just that. It's set for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We are expecting coastal cloud cover, and that cloud cover spanning to the basin. By 7:30 tomorrow evening, a little clearer for you, but we are expecting that fog along the coast into the overnight hours. Into first thing Thursday morning, we're still dealing with coastal cloud cover, and by the evening, a little clearer in that same drill. You'll see that onshore push into the overnight hours lasting through first thing Friday. A little cloudy by 8:30 Friday morning, and then by about Friday afternoon, a little more sunshine, but we're still calling it partly cloudy as we head into the rest of the week. So cooler and cloudier. You'll see that trough of low pressure just sitting overhead. That's keeping us again a little cooler as we head into the next couple of days. And pretty much that same pattern holds all week long. And you'll see that reflected in your 5-day forecast right here. Still sunny tomorrow for the valleys, more clouds on Thursday, and then things pretty much look the same as we head into the weekend. So that's your forecast for the valleys. Of course, we'll have your forecast for the basin and the beaches coming up in just a little bit. Back to you. Storms here at home, but we are expecting a few changes in the forecast. We'll break it all down for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Volcano in Argentina yesterday, and then that was really spectacular. Yeah. We need to see what everyone else is doing because we're pretty low key.
We're trying to keep ourselves entertained, basically, because there's nothing.
Yeah, it's quiet. That's good.
It is quiet. Yeah, it's quiet. It's mellow. Not a lot of changes. Right. In fact, your 5-day forecast, you'll be pretty surprised to see how little change there is when we put it all into perspective for you. So, of course, we'll have that coming up for you in just a minute, but we do want to take you outside to Saddle Peak, overlooking the Santa Monica Bay right there. A little bit of cloud cover making its way back to the coast, and that is going to be the drill over the next few days. Overnight, low clouds and fog, and morning, low clouds and fog as well. By the afternoon, a little more sunshine, sunny in the valleys, at least for tomorrow, partly cloudy everywhere else. So radar showing you that cloud cover starting to make its way back to the coastline there. In a matter of just a few hours, cloudier and cooler conditions. Right now, still pretty mild. We're into the 60s, 62 in downtown. Beverly Hills at 62 as we head over to the Orange County coastline. Looking at temperatures into the 60s, 61 in Huntington Beach. Over to Santa Ana, 61. Orange 61, Westminster also at 61 degrees. So even temperatures right now pretty uniform. And earlier today got up into the 70s pretty much across the board. 74 was the high today in downtown. Few degrees below average and keeping things below average pretty much all week long. In fact, starting to cool them down even more so as we head into the next 24 hours, down into the 50s, up into the 60s first thing in the morning, and by the afternoon partly cloudy conditions with temperatures topping out into the low 70s. So futurecast set for first thing, this is first thing tomorrow morning, expecting cloud cover, and by the afternoon and the evening a little more sunshine, especially in the valleys, and that cloud cover makes a return into the overnight hours, into, well, first thing Thursday morning, still expecting coastal cloud cover, and those inland spots again still getting a little more sunshine, but for the most part everybody expecting partly cloudy conditions by the afternoon with foggier conditions first thing in the morning and later into the overnight hours. Thursday 11 o'clock, you'll see right there the fog making its way back into Southern California, and same pattern holds as we head into Friday morning, foggy by the afternoon, a little more sunshine for you. And take a look at, well, what little change there is in the forecast for you. Your 5-day forecast for the basin in Orange County showing you mild temperatures, a little bump in temperatures by Thursday, nothing significant. By Friday, partly cloudy, then a little cooler as we head to Saturday and Sunday, and keeping the forecast much the same for the basin. You're going to see that same pattern as we head to our next spot, taking it over to the coast, partly cloudy across the board. Not only that, by the time we hit Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, looks like a carbon copy of each day. 67, 58, no changes as we head through the weekend. Back to you.